Hello guys, my name is Rahul and welcome in this explanation video. So guys, uh, so in this video I will explain about the very important things in the JavaScript. What is that commonly asked in the interview? It's a basic question, but it's repeatedly asked in the interview because you need to a depth understanding about these topics. What is the let, var, and const, and what are the difference between them, right? So whenever the interview asks about this, what is the let and var and const, you just define the one line definition of what actual let, var, and const, right? Don't go to explain like block and terms, but what are the let, var, and const? So basically, let, var, and const are the keywords that we use to declare variable in our JavaScript code. It's a simple word, one line explanation. What are the three? What are the three of all, right? And after we want to explain about the uh, key features, like what is the key feature that differentiate all of them. So first, var is the global scope and the functional scope, and the let and const are come in the ECMAScript 6. So it is come in 2015. So before we are using the only the var. After let and const, we are using the let and const. So what are the difference between them? So uh, let and const are the block scope, and the var is the global and the functional scope. So first of all, what is the scope? First question in your mind, like what is scope? So scope is nothing but the area that we are that is nothing but the area that have variables and functions are accessible. Like for example, we are talking with sometimes we are talking with the global scope means the global means the main area uh, that that we are calling as a global, and the scope it's the area that we are declaring the variables. Okay, we are taking about the simple word example. What is the scope? Scope is the area uh, that we are that our variables are accessible. For example, uh, in the library there have many books, right? There are many books that you can access, and in the another one room there have other books, and they can be accessible only particular this room. You cannot access outside of this room. So it's like a same. uh, the global scope means global scope, it's showing that it's the entire library that uh, every variables are accessible in everywhere in our program, right? So it's a global scope, and the local scope, they have some local scope. Local scope means it's like a room of the library that 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 variable is accessible only that block of the code. It is only used for this but this block. that are not accessible outside of the block. Right? It's all about the scope. So where we are talking about the let variant cost, right? So let it's the local scope, or you can say it's a block scope, and var is a global scope, and also the functional scope. So what is the difference between them? So whenever you are declaring with the var variable, you are in the block side, in the block. So you can see here it is accessible outside block also. But if you are declaring the let using the let, it is not accessible outside of the block. One thing, and another thing, it's about the hosting, how where it's hosted and how let is hosted. So as per the var, with using the var declaration, uh, in the compilation time, uh, this var variables are moved to the top of the scope. So before uh, executing actual line of this code, we can uh, use console.log this variable name. It is showing the undefined. It is not through the error in the var declaration. But what happened in the let? Let it's working differently in this case. How let it working in the differently? So let uh, first first of all, uh, in the compilation time, the let variable it also move to the because of the hosting, it will move to the uh ter it will move to the its scope, right? Move to the its scope, but the variable it's not initialized, right? So before, if we are consoling before declaration, it will throw the reference error and it's saying this variable's name it's not initialized. Means you are it throw the error, you cannot access before initialize. So it will help in our programming that some of the variables are declaring, and if we are in the our big data, right? So big data, what happens? The code is bigger, so we need to uh, take care of all of these things. So it will make better your code more uh, more faster and more without any bugs. Right? And what happened with the const? So const it's the like it's a constant. Some of the variables that you want to be constant, that not uh, change in your program, that you not change in your programming. So using the const, we we are initialize the value, and after initialize assign the value, we cannot change this value because we cannot reassign value for declaration with the const variable, right? So that are the difference between let var and const. That's all about.